Hello and greetings to anyone watching. My name is Anzu King 505, and today I want to give you guys a special video for all the people that are supporting me in my, I guess, early beginner phase as far as YouTube goes in my TikTok career. I want to say I appreciate y'all. Um, I do this for y'all. I love making content, and not only that, I just have a fun time doing it, and I want to enjoy my fun with you guys. And I'm here to talk about how a lot of people nowadays suffer with depression, and I just wanted to tell y'all, you're not alone, and not only that, I'm a firm believer that even though someone can be depressed, there's always a way out. Um, don't ever, and this is just like for me personally, I would recommend don't ever make really serious like life choices, especially when you know it's late or you're in like a bad state, because people make mistakes. And yeah, I just wanted to dedicate my time to say that, you know, people care for you. Like, you may not see it, but there's plenty of people who care for you. And if you feel like there isn't, well, I'm here to remind you, like, that that's not true. I hope whatever battles you go through, you win. And I pray for people that are like me too, because like I know what it's like. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. In other news, as you could tell with a lot of gameplay that you've been seeing so far off of YouTube and whether it be TikTok, it looks like Battlefield is beating Call of Duty not only by a landslide, but just, oh man, at this point, it's almost pathetic. Call of Duty even trying at this point. But, hey, people still like Call of Duty, and I don't blame them. Call of Duty's great, but for me, it's just, you could tell that the current iterations of COD, they're not designed for people like my age. It's meant for the youngsters, so that's why they're trying to appeal to the youngsters. Which, hey, by all means, they're a company, they're a business, they got to make money. But I'm not gonna get scammed. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not getting Black Ops 7. But that's just my personal opinion. Also, in recent news, apparently at a TwitchCon event, a known Twitch streamer was sexually assaulted. And to give my personal opinion on that, I feel like in places like that, especially like nowadays with like all the craziness in the world, they need to have better security. The fact they don't have good security is not only appalling, but it's dangerous, dude. Like. And the crazy part is the dude didn't even get arrested, bro. I'm surprised there wasn't an angry mob who just straight up haven't, or not haven't, but who didn't just beat the shit out of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just madness nowadays. As you guys could obviously probably tell, this is very old gameplay. This was of last season before I shouldn't even say last season. This was the last update before the newest one, which dropped, I guess, today technically. But yeah, I've been playing Helldivers, obviously, as you could tell from a lot of my gameplay and a lot of my posts. And it's great. Uh, Apparently my opinions have been causing controversy because what I said about the content creators, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I stand on what I said. I feel like a lot of them just complain and just want a title, like, you know what I mean? Which makes me upset as someone trying to get into the game of YouTube, because it's like, bro, like you have a whole like fan base right now. Like, you have these things at your disposal and you're mad about some little thing in a video game. It's like, dude, you're literally living the life that people want. And I just feel like, to me, and like I said, y'all can judge me if you want, but I think it's selfish. I think it's petty, low key, and it's like, bro, you're not a game developer. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what these people have to deal with on a daily basis. Like, you know what I mean? And that goes for most games anyway, bro. Like, to be a game developer, like, kudos to them, man. Like, hats off to them, because, dude, they're the ones who make the art that we're enjoying. Like, you know what I mean? And I understand there's nothing wrong with being passionate about a game where you're like, yo, man, like, I want this to be better, or I need this to be like 100%, like at all times. Like, I want like the full experience, and I understand. But at the same time, with the current scale of gaming nowadays, it's a lot more different than, what used to be, I guess, the norm. Like, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, that's the cool thing about Helldivers is since it's a live service, it literally feels like you're in an active war zone, like you're in like a war. And it's cool because even when you look at the map, and if you guys got time, you guys could back me up on this. You could even look at it in the game. When you look in the war room, and you're looking at the maps, right? Like when you're looking closely, I swear it'll have you thinking like a 5-star general, because you'll be sitting there thinking, don't get me wrong, yeah, we got to do all these objectives, but it's like if we take this out, this will be blocked off, or like they won't have any backup from here. And I don't know, me personally as a fan that like likes shooters and likes video games, I really enjoy it because it makes me feel like, I don't know, like it makes me feel big brain, like, you know what I mean? In my personal philosophy when it comes to video games, The minute a video game starts to make me feel like intelligent, like it makes me feel like the neurons in my brain are starting to kickstart and they're activated, it's a good sign. That means that I'm engaged, you know? And I feel like with Helldivers, action aside, what keeps people engaged, I feel like, is the overall, like, I feel like the brotherhood behind it. Cause, like, you know what I mean? Especially with whenever you're playing with friends or you're making new ones, whether it be on the battlefield or in your ship, it's a really good feeling. And what's cool about it is through those friendships that you make, you learn a lot about the game and you learn a lot about how to play. Like, especially because you'll learn secret strats, you'll learn new metas, you'll learn just little things that people don't pay attention to. You'll get better insight on gear that you would most likely overlook. It's just an overall great feeling. And to Arrowhead, I respect them for making a game to bring back, I guess, that old school vibe of like couch co-op, like, you know what I mean? Because like it gives me vibes of like Left 4 Dead 2 in the early Xbox 360 days. And in gaming, honestly, we need that. We need that nostalgia. We need that vibe, I guess you could say. Because in the early 2000s, man, there was something in the air. Like they didn't have to slap that hard with all those games. And to any real gamer that knows, if you know, you know. If you know the lineup in the early 2000s, you were blessed, bro. If you were blessed to play those games, you know what's up, bro. One of my personal favorite things from the patch update was the fact that they buffed the mech that had the minigun. They gave it, I want to say, like a couple hundred more rounds in the minigun, which little buff, I know, but very, very cool because I really like that actual mech suit. I've had people in my comments tell me the one with the double bazooka arms is better, which it's like, yeah, maybe, but me personally, I like the utility. And people will say, well, there's not a lot of utility, but there is though. Like, you know what I mean? You could kill a lot of medium to low armor creatures or enemies in general with that minigun. You could take out like whole like militias of them. And in my opinion, I really like that about the minigun, and I feel like it's good. A lot of people overlook it because of overall damage, but it's like, dude, like if you don't know how to use it, just say that. Like, you know what I mean? To add to that same point, I'm pretty sure you guys seen it too in the patch notes. The Epoch got a great buff, dude. The Epoch is actually somewhat good now. It's to the point where I actually don't mind wanting to bring it during missions. It's really nice. It does great damage. The actual, I guess, damage radius when it explodes when you shoot the projectile is pretty big. The charge up wind up, I guess you could say, the charge wind up or whatever, is really nice. It's a lot more fair and it's a lot more forgiving. It's not as punishing as it used to be because, man, bro, the Epoch was, dude, it felt like you were shooting an energetic marshmallow, like, you know what I mean, made out of plasma. Like, it just wasn't worth it at the time, you know. Almost messed up in that terminal. I don't know if you noticed. I slowed down a little bit. I was like beep, 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 beep. It honestly is like really crazy to see how far this game has like gotten with like all the love and all the hype it's gotten over the years. The thing that excites me the most is the fact that we're only scratching the surface, and I'm excited to see like what other concepts they bring, especially for like status effects, for planet types, for biomes, for vehicles, especially, I'm sure you guys seen the leaks, but man, there's some pretty crazy looking vehicles. They have this tank looking vehicle. It looks like something out of Armor Reforger, to be honest. It looks like some of the Russian tanks or the Russian vehicles. Very, very cool. Hey, if Arrowhead's listening, to Joel, if Joel's listening, hey man, let us fly the X-wing that's in our stratagem, or not in our stratagem, but that's in our Star Destroyer. Let us fly the Eagle One. Give us like a minier version of that we could fly around. That'd be sweet. Hey, but before y'all grill me, I still haven't forgot about our blueberries. I still want a Sea Soldier stratagem. I should be able to call down a tactical unit of deployable Sea Soldiers at my disposal. Not only would that be fun, but that would rock, dude. You'd be able to customize their loadouts. You may be able to customize their armors. Like, I think that would be an absolute win. But as they say, schizo rants aside, I appreciate you guys. Whether it be me posting something corny, whether it be me posting something motivational, I like doing it, man. I like to help people because I feel like with some people, it's easy to accept being alone and to think that, like, you're lost, but it feels a whole lot easier when you feel like you have a friend, especially when someone's making you laugh. And that's the thing, is I don't look at people who watch my stuff as like fans. I look at them like friends. That's like homies, like, you know what I mean? Like, and if it means anything, you're my homie, and I appreciate you. And hey, if you haven't told anyone, tell someone you know that you love them, man. Appreciate appreciate your people. Hug someone you know. You never know when our time's up. But hey, I appreciate you guys. This video is about to wrap up. I'm about to go fly off on the Star Destroyer. Probably sip me a couple, Modelo's. Shit. You already know the vibes. I appreciate you guys. God bless and stay safe.